Hello viewers, good evening and welcome back to my channel. Today evening I come to talk about some things about what we need and what we believe in. As West Cameroonians, we need to stand for ourselves. These are my own ideology. You have yours, is different. We have been going through serious, how can I put it, like so, marginalization, being treated as slaves and the rest. But the issue is this: it has come to a stage where we have to use our intelligence. To me, I don't refer to it as violence, I refer to it as intelligence. And I'm going to outline these things based on some 11 points. You see, we want freedom, but don't believe that we are going to harvest that freedom from the farm. What La République du Cameroon just did to us is that the freedom you ask for, I won't give you. That is why they deploy military into our zones. That is the essence, that is the logical thing they are telling us. And the second thing that we want is what? We want full employment for our people. You see, they don't care about that. What they care about is the rush coming in, believing when they do mass arrest, we are going to get back to normality with them. No, that is not right. That is not the essence of our being. We are not being treated as citizens. Now the third thing is that what? We want an end to every robbery. They rob us of everything we have. Of our academics, of our cultural values, of our languages, of our own dignity and our humanity. Until at this moment they rob our girls of their own womanhood. They rape them as if they are animals. They rape them as if they are just dogs, they have no feelings, or they are something else. No, we are not talking of something like again. We want a decent armed force. We want an armed force that will determine to us that armed force means protection to civilian, not an armed force that means chaos, an armed force that brings about intimidation, an armed force that brings about rape, that brings about killings, that brings about kidnap. I don't know if that armed force can really grade itself with respect to Boko Haram. Because to me, Boko Haram is no more a threat. It's the armed force of La République du Cameroon in West Cameroon that is a threat. And it's more calling for concern. Now, the fifth point now here is that what? We want education for our people. Yes, it is true. I just watched a video. I saw His Excellency Philemon Yang, the Prime Minister of La République du Cameroon, commenting to our parents, telling us, let us sacrifice everything for the sake of education. I will wish to ask this to you, Payang. Payang, have you sacrificed? Have you really sacrificed for our education, for the sake of our education? If you have sacrificed for our education, then you should better ask. You should better ask. They should demilitarize our zones for the sake of our education if we want to consider that same education, forgetting about our citizenship. Demilitarize them. Ask the same government you support to apologize for all the rape. Release everybody that has been kidnapped. Bring back the internet. You can't sit in this century and you're talking about education without referring to internet. And more to that, you said they post false information on media. That's why internet was cut from Western Cameroon. I will ask you one simple question. What is Minister Chiroma still doing outside? Go and arrest him for false information, for big propaganda. He lied, we had no problem. Go and arrest him. What is CRTV doing? Shut down CRTV. We will know you are fighting for false information on media. But rather you are playing a trick with us. This is not how it goes. No. Another thing we want is that what? There's something that is real. Stop using our brothers that are in the armed force. Exempt them all from the armed force. Don't make them because they obey laws. They should be going against their own statehood. They should be going against their own ancestral origin. Because what you are doing, you are trampling upon our own soils. You have thrown our soil on the ground and you're trampling on it. This is not right. Now, We want an immediate end to all this police brutality in our zones. Brutality won't solve the problem. Brutality won't send students back to school. Since you were Prime Minister, you have never rushed down to any of these regions in West Cameroon begging parents to send children to school. You have never done that. And if you think military means security, how were we schooling before without military? If it was like this from the origin, then we would be very happy. But this is not the case. Stop all the brutality. Stop arresting people. Stop giving fake accusations, telling them they are calling for terrorism, they are doing that for that. No. Go meet Boko Haram there. You had Boko Haram, but you never made all these speeches about terrorism. No what? We have never seen you judge any Boko Haram person that you ever kidnapped in your court. We want freedom for all West Cameroonians that you have detained in your state prisons. Release them. Release them. Because if you say we have the right for education, it means we have the right for freedom of speech. And we have the right for freedom of speech, it means we are fully citizens. But we are not citizens at this station. We are just like slaves. That's why you don't even want us to say anything. You don't care about our own complaints. But what you care is what your boss sent you down to talk to us about. We want always Cameroonians. If you want to judge them in our own community, in our own court, by our own judge that know our custom. Not those who know only about brutality, those who know only about rape, those who know only about the CRTV propaganda. No, those are not the type of judges we want. We want a judge that could better understand them in their own language, could better understand them in their own culture. No, we want land, we want bread, we want housing, we want education, we want clothing. We want our internet back. We want our cities demilitarized. It is very simple. Remove them from there. We have not asked you to bring military among us. We are not threat to our own people. You are the threat to us. And this is what every West Cameroonian must know it. We stand today. We talk today. We feed today. We cry today. We stay without internet for 50 good days. In this century, 50 good days without an internet. And a prime minister from our own region, you come down to tell us, sacrifice everything for the sake of education? In this century, education without internet. How are they going to study? This is the most funniest thing about everything. Now, 11 point is very major. We want our internet back. When you bring back our internet, you release everybody you have arrested. Then you start looking at what we have said. When you come to dialogue with us as true citizens do dialogue, then believe me, I believe we can go back to school. Things will go back normal. But that first step that you neglected, you must go back to it. And I wish our people and our parents to understand this. Nobody can put sweet wine into an old wine skin, because the wine you will pour out will become a bitter wine. This is what we should know. All the numerous talks they are saying is just because they want us to get back to school. That is the only thing that threatens them. Because we have boycotted school. That's the only thing that threatens them. The other parts of our social life, our social being, our communicational aspects with our families, they don't care. So if what they care is what they come to seek us to go back to school, let's pin them at what they care. And then, we really need something. Our own self-defense. We need it. Some people may call it another way, but to me, I don't call that as violence. I call that as intelligence. We have to be intelligent at this state. Now, this is the issue. Because the reality about life is this. Angels won't come down to fight for our freedom for us. Angels will come down to tell the people ruling us, our oppressors, that what you are doing is wrong. No, they won't come down. That time has passed. Our forefathers won't leave the grave and they come back to stand for us, no, for our own children. This is the time we have to stand for ourselves and for our kids. Believe me, if abuses are ever destroyed in this world, man must stand to destroy them. No other extraordinary spirit. If slaves are supposed to be freed, if we are slaves, that we need freedom, we are the one to seek for that freedom. If we have to discover the truth about our own history, like we have discovered the truth and they are using brutality to cover it, man must do it. If the naked are clothed, it is man that will clothe them. If the hungry are being fed, man fed them, not another thing else. If those in prison are supposed to be released, man must foster that release. And this is the right time for us to stand for them. Or our brothers and sisters. Some of our mothers were being kidnapped. I'm even shocked to see a picture of a principal, a woman that was being kidnapped, arrested, because she cares about children coming to school and insecurity with the military. This is really a step unheard at this century. We have now to use our intelligence. This is the right time we have to use intelligence. This is the right time we have to prove to them that we have discovered where the error came from and we are going to make it straight. We can't allow this river to keep flowing and putting down trees. It is high time we have to turn looking at all the traitors among us. We have to stand as one. We have to stand as a great nation of Amazonia. We have to seek for our statehood. We have to restore that statehood. We have to be human beings. We are not slaves that were annexed in 1961. Thank you very much.